YouTube, what is up? It is the anonymous sneakerhead, the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game. Guys, everyone that's adding to the channel, joining to the channel, thank y'all so much. We're growing pretty well, pretty steadily right now. We're at 530 subscribers. As you know, the goal is to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells for more videos from the anonymous sneakerhead, and just be a part of the anonymous sneakerhead family. Also, since you're already here, you might as well go ahead and smash that like button. Really helps the video, helps with the algorithms, helps the video get shown, and it'll help add more people to the family. And last but not least, follow my Instagram at anonymous sneakerhead. You get a lot of information there first, whether it's polls that I do, whether it's a sneaker that I pick up before I do the actual video. Obviously, because taking a picture and putting it on Instagram takes less time than filming a video and editing it. So make sure you follow that to get a lot of things first. Now, let's get into the video. So if you guys have been around for the last 2 days, 2 days ago I picked these up right here, the Jordan 6 Hare. And then yesterday I did my updated top 10. As you guys can see, this was my 5th favorite pickup of the year so far. Really love these. Really excited to have them in hand. Can't wait to start wearing them outside on a regular basis. But now, as I promised, I was going to give you guys a lacing tutorial on the Jordan 6. The Jordan 6 is probably, I'm trying to think, I would say it's the Jordan 6. It's probably the hardest Jordan to lace, just because of everything going on here and here. But don't worry about it, man. I got a lace tutorial coming up for y'all right now. I lace all my Jordan 6s the same way. Definitely hate how they come in the box all choked up and squeezed up, can't breathe, especially with this beautiful tongue folded up on all your 6s. That's how they look when they come in the box. But before I do get into this lacing tutorial, I am gonna I'll attach a picture of what they look like before before they're relaced, because I thought that I was doing this video for you guys actually the day that I unboxed the sneakers and did my on foot, but I took a picture and didn't hit record, so I do have a picture of the shoe before it was laced. I did want to have a before and after for you, like have one next to the other, but I didn't realize until it was too late, and I'm not going to go through and factory lace them because I'm not a factory. So I'll show you guys how I fully relace these. Here it is right now. Alright, YouTube, so the first thing that you're going to want to do, obviously, is take your laces all the way out of the shoe, and then you just want to make sure that the tips line up. So I'm going to pull the shoe back here, and as you can see, the tips are even. So when I lace my sneakers, there's 2 things that I always make sure that I do with every sneaker. You want to come from, if this is the inside, so this is the left shoe, so this is the inside, outside of the foot, and this is the inside of the foot. You always want to come with the lace from the inside of the foot, and you want to bring it around the outside. So when I say around the outside, I mean come on the outside part of the shoe versus coming through the inside. When you get a shoe DS laced, they come from underneath, but that looks bad, chokes the shoe up, makes the shoe extra tight. So you always want to come from the outside of the sneaker and pull it clean through. Here we go. I'm gonna pull it clean through right there, and then you're gonna want to do the same thing. Now this time you want to come from the outside of the shoe, and you're overlapping this one with the outside lace. So you're going to come here, same thing from the outside of the shoe, and you want to make sure, you want to guide it through, make sure that your lace stays flat. You don't want it to, here, I'll see if I could just do it and mess it. No, that didn't do it. But what you don't want to happen, you don't want this to happen where it like turns and the lace looks gross. You don't want that when it's laced. So make sure that you're guiding it through and it's flat the whole way, as you can see right there. And also with a 6, so a lot of shoes I'll lace a lot looser. I'll lace looser. But with a 6, I keep it still pretty loose, so it's not choking up the shoe, but I want it to be pretty on the shoe, and I'll show you why that is. Just for the 6, with this whole situation, it looks weird if you loose lace down here, then it comes in here, then you loose lace out. So I keep it relatively, I don't want to say tight, but I give your foot just enough room to get in there. Now, same thing, inside of the shoe, you want to make sure you keep the same pattern. Now, you could start with the one from the outside. I just like how it looks when you start with the one from the inside. But all the way up, you want to make sure you keep the same pattern. Otherwise, it'll look off, and you won't really be able to put your finger on why. But that's why most of the time. So you want to bring your lace through there. And once again, you can see I didn't pull it super tight where the side of the shoe starts bending in on itself. You just still leave it out, give it room to breathe. Give it enough room to breathe so the shoe doesn't start bending on its own. and then you come back over with this lace and do the same thing. Now we're gonna put on the lace lock here. So after we do 2 crosses right here on my 6, on the 3rd one, I like to put my lace lock through right now, and I will put it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the inside lace, stretch it all the way out, and then put the lace lock through it. Now when you're putting the lace lock through it, it's a small detail, but you see how it's folded forward? The lace is folding forward. I like for it to fold back, so what you want to do is fold it back here and then pull the lace lock through, and then it'll just maintain that all the way through. That's just a small detail. You don't really have to do it, but that's just something that I like to do, make sure it looks the way that I want it to. So then I'm going to pull it up all the way to just right about here, so I have enough space to get the other one in. Oh, it's bending the other way again, so I'm just going to pull it, close it. There we go. You want to make sure that the lace stays as flat as possible. Now you want to get your other lace and come over the top of it and put it right through there over the top, and we're going to just pull it. Make sure that it's staying flat. This one twisted up a little bit, but it's all good. I'll just pull it out and come right back through. Sometimes you may have to just pull it out and realign it like I just did if it doesn't line up the way you want it to. But this is a thing you only got to do once, so you want to get it perfect the first time, and then it won't mess itself up as you wear the shoe. Boom, I got it through here, and as you can see, it's still pretty loose. And now you just want to play with it a little bit and get it in the middle. As you can see, middle of the shoe, not folding the shoe in too much, still pretty loose. Now you just want to come through and lace it just like you were doing before. So you want to lace through here, the next hole up, still give it some room to breathe. You want to come back through here, the next hole up on this side, give it some room to breathe. Here we go. Now this is where things get really tricky because of this pattern or this situation right here. So you want to be really careful with how you're going in and out of here. Now I've seen some people just lace over it. They get lazy. That defeats the whole purpose of this part of the shoe to me. To me, it's something that you want to show off. So once again, make sure that your laces are even at this point. Make sure you didn't pull too much or not enough on one side. Now, you're going to start again with this side of the shoe, and we're going to keep the lace flat, and we're going to come underneath here. Just right underneath this piece. And for right now, we're going to go right underneath and to the other side. So keep it flat. Boom. Right underneath and put it in the next hole here. Again, keep it flat and then let it hang. Then you want to take this lace and do the exact same thing from the other side. You want to go underneath here, keep it flat. Keeping it flat is the key part, so that way when it does peek out, it looks alright. And then you want to put it through this hole here. Now these next 2 holes are the hardest ones to get to. You don't have to worry about keeping the lace flat here because you're not really going to be able to see them. But you want to come in through the same side of the lace lock here where you just came from. And you want to take it out through the top corner right here. Not all the way up here, it won't come through here, but this top corner of the lace lock. So I'm just going to stick my finger under there until I can feel it. Bang, and you pull it through, coming out of here. So as you see, it went in this side and came out the top here. Then you could just let that hang for now. And then you want to do the exact same thing right here. Take this lace, come through the bottom again, and you want to come out the top of it. Where is it? There it is. You come out the top right there. Now, it doesn't matter if the lace is flat or not underneath this. Obviously, you can't see it, but you do want it to be flat for the little bit of it that you see coming out. So now you just go through this hole, the second to last hole, almost done with it. And then this is where the loose lace look starts to come in. So you want to go with that second to last hole right here on this side too. And now this is how we're going to cap off the top of the shoe. So instead of going just right across right there, you're going to go through with the inside lace first. You're going to go through the top part of this lace lock right here. And it comes out on this side. Want to keep it flat. There we go. And then you're going to put it through the top lace. And you're going to figure out how much you want it to hang. That's a lot of hanging for me right there. I want it to hang usually just about this much on the side. Then you're going to do the same thing right here. And then you want to kind of stretch it out. Once again, your foot's going to be in there. You're going to have the tongue out. It's going to make it look kind of loose, depending on how short you want it. So say you guys wanted it this short when you put your laces through, then you could kind of tuck this extra space behind the tongue when you're wearing it, but I like it a little longer. So I don't really have that problem. But this is where you get that semi-lace look, loose lace look, as you can see with the top two laces right here and right here. Once again, let me just stretch that out because I messed it up a little bit just showing you that. But here we go. So this is how I wear my Jordan 6s. I'll show you guys a little on foot, same on foot from my last video when I went to pick them up. But that's it for this one, man. Here's the on foot, and then we'll get back into the video. So as you guys can see, man, that's how I lace my Jordan 6s. That's how, not just these, but all of my Jordan 6s that I get. It's a pretty difficult, not difficult, but it's a lot of steps that you got to pay attention to when you lace a Jordan 6 versus any other sneaker. But this is how I lace mine. Let me know how you guys lace yours down below in the comments. Do you like this way of lacing? I think it's a pretty simple way. I think it looks good on foot. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Once again, really love this shoe. Excited to have it in hand. Great time to give you guys a Jordan 6 lacing tutorial. But that is it for this video, you guys. I am the anonymous sneakerhead, the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game, man. If you were new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Join the channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Hit that like button. Helps the channel, helps with the algorithms, all of that good stuff. Then, last but not least, follow my Instagram at anonymous sneakerhead. You get a lot of information there. First, guys, that is it for this video. I am the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game, and as always, it's all about the sneakers.